Okay, that's an overreaction to the scene. There's no way it was that emotional. I was here for it. It takes a real woman to be best man. Listen, I knew my dress-up darling was cultured, but I didn't realize they were this cultured. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon's where we catch my full live reactions. So, it's only been a few episodes. We're at, what, episode 4 of this new season? But here's the thing. They've already showed us that they knew it takes a real man to be best girl, but hey, we don't discriminate around these parts. Now we also know it takes a real woman to be best boy. And I gotta be honest, while this school seems way more supportive than I would think a Japanese school would, bless their hearts, man, because the best part of this season has actually been the rewarding realization alongside Gojo as a character who has lived his life mostly ashamed because he's been bullied for his passion. And the idea of almost keeping it a secret because if people knew, well, he's a guy, he shouldn't be doing this type of stuff, and, you know, he should be doing something more manly, blah, blah, blah. It all started at the karaoke event, where things have really started to click for him, where our girl's friends are like, oh shit, that's cool. Like, that was their natural reaction. And it starts the chain reaction of him being like, well, maybe it is okay. Maybe, you know, just because I had one bad reaction, maybe this isn't universally how I'll be treated, right? So the idea that in the classroom, so they're like, hey, there's like this beauty pageant thing, which that alone is a wild thing for a high school. Like, I just feel like that's bullying 101, like people being ostracized, pushed away, you shouldn't do this. I'm convinced that the principal of this school must be someone very similar to Kitagawa, because not only did that exist, girls have to be boys and boys have to be girls. Like, that is a Kitagawa beauty pageant if I've ever seen one, and I'm here for it. Love how she had no interest in it until she realizes that she could cosplay as a cute anime boy. Bless her heart. But the idea that they're all like, well, why would she be working with Gojo? Like, what the hell? Who's this Gojo? It's like, oh, he makes her stuff? Oh, shit, okay. I like how they could have went more dramatic with it. And sometimes it's good to have drama. But the fact that this show's more about, hey, this is about a guy with pretty low self-confidence, who's more introverted than extroverted, going up against a girl who's the most extroverted ADHD gremlin with an unapologetic passion for weeb culture, and how the two of them bring out the best in each other. So always forcing conflict, like people won't accept Gojo, blah, it would get in the way. Maybe off and on you can do it, but given the turning point for his character, the fact that, as an example, near the end of the episode, he's like, okay, you know, I'll help her with the thing, but I'll also help this, because it's expected, right? Like, he shouldn't be dicking around making a girl's outfit because the other people will get, you know, they'll be like, oh man, he's slacking because he doesn't want to do real work. Whatever, right? There's so many thoughts going in his brain. And they're like, why are you here? That moment is so good because they're like, bro, we don't know what all goes into it, but we know it probably takes him, like, do you have time? And he's thinking of all the shit he has to do in his personal life on top of making that outfit, on top of doing all this stuff that he feels like he needs to as well. The fact that he gets to just exist and be the costume designer, man, and have his home life, have his person, it's a beautiful sight to behold. Because had all this happened in the first season, it wouldn't have felt as rewarding. Because there's a lot of insecurities about Gojo, and I think that's what makes the second season so great, is that you're seeing those insecurities. It's like Miley Cyrus coming in on a wrecking ball, man, like smashing them away. And it's really great to see. While there's definitely some things I wish was different in the first season, like apparently this old man was supposed to be way more relevant in season 1, but I guess they cut it out. Absolute disgrace. At least he's here now, and if the manga doesn't end with him cross-dressing at one point, I'll be severely disappointed, because that reaction in the beginning of this season of him being like, wait a second, maybe it does take a real man to be best girl, just sent me. It's just great though, because there's so much that they can really do with these two's relationship now that things aren't as, like, it doesn't feel like they're walking on eggshells as much anymore. Like, they're just unapologetically saying, Gojo does this, Kitagawa does this. They exist peacefully together on top of that brewing romance. Like, the episode's titled, like, He Knows All My Measurements or something like that. You knew there was going to be some sort of joke with that. And it's the idea that as they're discussing, like, you know, I don't think you could do that because your hips and everything are so slender. I don't know how we make it more boy-oriented. And she's like, oh, he knows my measurements. And it's like, it's cute, right? Like, they don't make it a super big deal, but it's always nice to have the reminder that she's super flustered by him. Because while he has, you know, he's the type of guy that if you don't explicitly say, I want to hop on that pogo stick, he will never understand. And at some point, she gonna do that. And I truly think it will happen when he cross-dresses as a bunny boy. Because that feral beast in her will not be able to contain herself. But until that day, he will stay ignorant and she will continue to be flustered. And I love the twos, will they, won't they? But the one thing, granted, I'm not really the target audience for like the Ouran High School Host Club style anime. Just not really my cup of tea. I can watch them. But the whole time I'm waiting for the shoe to drop, what made the bento scene cry-worthy? At first I thought it was the first bento scene, right? And then it's like, okay, here's the nighttime scene. And I'm not saying like there wasn't an element of emotion. Like it pretty much gets summed down to as like the only time, you know, she's able to properly relax and feel comforted is in these like small moments. But of course she'll never believe me because I'm a host and it'll just all feel fake. Is that really cry-worthy in this world? Like what is the anime market in this world that's considered overly emotional, that the most dramatic tears are going down everyone's face? That just makes me laugh. Like, that makes me laugh so hard because I'm like, I'm sorry, that wasn't that emotional. Was it decent writing? Yeah, seemingly, but even if I was the target audience for that type of anime, I just don't think so. I don't think so. Like, go watch Anohana if you want tears to fall down your face, not host club drama. Either way, best episode of the show to date. I mean, I know that's a bold statement, but not only did I think it was the best episode of the season, I think it's my favorite episode of the show. Mainly because it's one of those episodes that feels like it takes everything from the past and it starts to reward you more and more. And while I know this season is just going to get better, it's really nice to see how much resolution to trauma that we've already got over the first month of the show returning. And I know it's going to top itself a few more times minimum before the season wraps up. This shit was awesome. I love these two's relationship. And while, yes, in a realistic setting in most schools, I think there would be more pushback. At the same time, there also will be schools where there wouldn't be pushback. And I think given clearly the school culture of this show, it just makes more sense to let there be less drama so the main relationship can truly flourish, and I really like that. But you let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think? And if you don't agree it takes a real woman to be best boy, just know you're dead ass wrong. Thoughts down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell, and Patreon is where I catch my full live reactions and other exclusives like, hey, I give video shoutouts to all my patrons. Alright, so today we got Merc, Sebastian Just, Keegan Miller, Tony Neal, and we also have Waka. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.